Hey guys, so we have now entered the month of May. Many people consider May to be the most exciting month of the year for Dragon Ball Legends. So let's go ahead and talk about what we might see for this month. Of course, at the end of the month, we know that the anniversary is coming. We already know the official date the anniversary is starting. We did have the Legends information broadcast yesterday, which officially told us the starting day of the anniversary, and also when they're going to be revealing officially the part 1 characters. So I do have the 2024 calendar pulled up. If you guys are not familiar with how I do these videos, I always like to look at the prior year's month as a reference before going through each week of the current year. So last year, what I'll do is I'll start the video by just explaining how last year panned out. I think there's at least a solid chance this year might be different, but it's impossible for me to actually say and predict that it how it will be different, because I mean, how am I supposed to know that? So what I'll do here is we'll go through what happened in 2024, and I'm just gonna go off of that and assume that we're gonna be getting a similar structured May this year as last year. So last year, what ended up happening was actually, I think we should go back 1 month here. Nappa Vegeta dropped here. This was the last release of the month in April last year. Nappa, who revives into Vegeta. And it was a bit of an awkward time because they released on the last day of April, but it was a Tuesday. So what they ended up doing actually was they ended up dropping Nappa Vegeta on the 30th. And then the next day we got a free character and we got a Zenkai Awakening. So it was kind of a weird timing thing. But on Wednesday, May 1st, the first day of the month, we got a free-to-play purple Whis, and then we got a Zenkai for the red Super Saiyan 3 Goku dropping on the first here. Now, this year, it doesn't exactly work out that way. So I think what's going to happen on the 7th is probably when we'll get the equivalent to what happened on this date. And then on the 8th, the next reset day of 2024, what ended up happening was we got version 5.2.0. And what this gave us was it updated PvP to allow people to play either Proud mode or Standard mode. This was actually, I believe, the introduction of, it was the second preseason for Rating Match Proud. And if you guys remember back to the first season of Rating Match Proud, the first preseason, they actually didn't even have an option to play Standard. It was they forced you to play Rating Match Proud. So that was part of that update there. Something else that they changed in that update was they condensed the amount of daily runs you needed to do on co-op to get all of the rewards from 3 to 1, which was really, really good. They had a bunch of other quality of life changes. I think they actually made Legends Pass give you more equipment slots, I think was one of the changes. And then they dropped a really insane unique equipment for the Saiyan Saga team. So the campaign in April, obviously with Nappa and Vegeta being the last release of April, that campaign for that month was Saiyan Saga. And they kind of did the same thing they did with the Dragon Ball team. Is Saiyan Saga did not exactly pan out to be the greatest team ever. So what they did was they just dropped a really crazy unique equip for all the Saiyan Saga characters. So that actually came out there. That was May 8th. On May 15th, we got a unique equipment for red Vegeta clan characters. Everybody thought it was going to be like the saving grace for Super Vegeta, but definitely did not end up being the case. It was kind of a generic unique equip. And then we ended up getting a targeted unique equip for the LF Namek Goku. Not the old one, like the newer LF Namek Goku. So that was pretty cool. That happened on the 15th. And then what ended up happening on the 21st, actually, not the 22nd, the 21st is when we got some social media teasers, social media hints for the Part 1 anniversary characters. So that could definitely be something we see as well this year. The 22nd, we actually did not get anything because they pushed everything that we would have gotten here to the 25th, and the 25th was the actual beginning of Part 1 of the anniversary. That was the official start date of the anniversary. Last year, the 6th anniversary, we had the teasers, or not the teasers, the reveals on the 24th. So we had everything revealed here. Next day, everything dropped. And then the 29th, we actually got the Zenkai for the full power DBS Broly, and we got the free-to-play Android 18. So that's a look at what we got last year, May 2024, sort of like the beginning of the anniversary here. I don't know if it's going to play out exactly the same way here. Number one, the way that the month falls out this year, we actually have less reset days to play with here, right? So last year we had 1, 2, 3 before we got the major update, major anniversary drop. This year we have 1, 2. That's it. We have 1, 2, and then, I mean, I guess they could do something here, but I feel like everything that's going to drop here potentially would just get pushed here for the anniversary. The 24th is the official start date of the 7th anniversary. We know they're going to be doing a reveal and stuff on the 23rd to show everything off officially. And we do know, actually, there is going to be quite a lot of stuff that's going to be happening on the 7th this upcoming week. We should get, okay, this is a list of things we should get on the 7th. We are going to get a new PvP season. We are going to get a new co-op season. Ultra Space Time, or Ultra Zenkai Space Time Rush, whatever it's called, the way you get Awaken equipment, that is going to reset, which means we're going to get a new Awaken equip. So we're going to have a new PvP equip, we're going to have a new co-op equipment, and we're going to have a new Ultra Space Time Rush Awaken equipment. And then we also should be getting a new free character. Now, last year they gave us a free character and a Zenkai on the first here. I don't know if they're going to do the same thing here, because that would be a lot for one day. Even if it's not a new character dropping here, that's a lot for one day here. I think what they might end up doing is, in addition to like all the events resetting here and us getting the free character, they might push a Zenkai to here. I think the 14th is probably where we're looking at for a Zenkai. It probably would have something to do with the anniversary. Actually, a character I really want to see them Zenkai is the Yellow Path to Power, Max Power Master Roshi. Just because he'd be a really big help for Kid Goku on the DB team. Right now, if you want to run like the best variant of DB, that Kid Goku actually doesn't have a Zenkai buffer, which is very sad. So it would be really nice if that yellow Roshi got a Zenkai. If they did that, I feel like they probably would do it here instead of here. I guess it just depends on the character they want to give the Zenkai buff to. But something else I want to mention as well is, keep in mind, both the 7th and the 14th, there are going to be, I think, major game updates. Not exactly sure if they're going to be app updates both weeks. I think probably the 14th is when we would expect to see some kind of like major app update, probably when that new UI is going to come out. I mean, it could be this upcoming 7th, the upcoming reset day. Maybe they do it there, but we know at the very least this quote unquote massive overhaul of the entire game is going to be split up in parts. They're not just going to drop one like 10 gigabyte update and then call it a day all at once. Like, it's going to be split up into different waves of updates. So I think we'll probably see some of that split up here. We'll probably get some of it here. And then honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the 21st we actually got another app update or something, some kind of framework update, or like the background, the supporting structure of the game just gets changed or updated somehow. But I expect a lot of back-end work to be done in this month. So a lot of the systems that we know, like we know the character upgrading system is going to be changed. We know that the way that you get souls for certain re-rolling equipment and arts boosting characters, a lot of that's going to change. A lot of the permanent events are going to change. We know the UI is going to be changing. We know the background music's going to be changing. A lot of stuff of the game that we've known for 7 years is going to be changing. So a lot of that's going to be kind of just like baked into the update cycle that we usually get for each of these weeks here. But I think, yeah, PvP resetting, co-op resetting, Ultra Space Time Rush resetting, and then free characters, what I think we should expect here. So a bunch of new equips plus new free character plus maybe a Zenkai here. The 14th, I don't know. I think probably some kind of unique equip. So they've done this pretty frequently, right? So before the 6th anniversary, like I said, we did get on the 15th, this was the unique equip for Red Vegeta Clan, and we got the unique equip for Namek Goku. You guys remember back before Legends Fest 2024, they did give us, in like this sort of like lead up period to the celebration, we got a unique equip for Goku and Bardock. So there was a pretty steady history of them giving us unique equips for LF characters before major celebrations. I think there's a very high chance we could get something similar here, where they give us a unique equip for a character that's would say relatively exciting. We got one for Namek Goku before the 6th anniversary. I don't really know if that pertains to anything we actually got during the anniversary. We got one for Goku and Bardock before Legends Fest, and that doesn't really pertain to anything, I think, right? So let me just open up here the list of Legends Limited characters. What Legends Limited character would I like to see get a unique equipment before the 7th anniversary? I already know who it is. Who do you guys want to see get a unique equip? I think there's a lot of good options here. Pikkon and Gogeta could be one. I think Red Beast could be one. I think this guy, I honestly just Zenkai. This guy, I would not even give him a Zenkai, dude. Like, he needs it. Maybe Goku and Frieza. That would be a pretty exciting one. The character I'm thinking of is Red Broly. I'd give it to Red Broly. I think this character was I hate when they do the thing where like a character has like incredibly good looking animations and then the character just like isn't good enough. Like, same thing with like the Boo duo. It's like I almost want to call it the Boo duo syndrome, right? Like the character looks so cool and all their animations look really good, and they just didn't nail them. They just, in terms of their functionality, they just did not nail them. Maybe like Revival UI Goku, although I think he probably would need a Zenkai. Goku and Frieza or this Broly, I think would be my pick for a unique equip before the 7th anniversary. But I think it's very likely we get something like that on the 14th. And then I think on the 20th, we should be seeing some kind of social media character teaser. The 21st, I don't really expect to get anything again. If we do get anything at all on the 21st, I think what it'll be is just some kind of like background update for the framework of the game that might be tied to an app update, or it might just be a data download. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do that, but that's something we could consistently see throughout the month. 23rd, we're going to have the Legends 7th anniversary Legends information character reveal video broadcast. And then the 24th is going to be the start of the 7th anniversary. And then the 28th, the first reset day post the beginning of the anniversary, we should see probably, I mean, if we follow the same schedule as last year, we should see a Zenkai for a Legends Limited character. And we should also see the first free-to-play character of the anniversary. So that's, I think, what a pretty conservative approach would be for me to predict what we're going to be seeing for the next few weeks here. I guess we can kind of look at like the Legends Limited list here just to see maybe who has a potential to Zenkai during the anniversary. Because whenever they do these like major celebration, I wanted the other one, non-Zenkai only. Whenever they do these major celebrations, they tend to Zenkai awaken pretty exciting Legends Limited characters. I guess it's not always these. What would be called like Blue Kid Buu an exciting character? I mean, there's always going to be some kind of tie-in to the character that they release. I think if they do like Ultra Mastered UI for part 1 or something, they really could just Zenkai Revival UI here. I think he's on the table. That's for sure. Definitely wouldn't do 17, otherwise I don't think they would have given him an equip. But to be honest, we have precedent for this, right? I mean, these guys exist. They gave these guys a unique equip, and then like, what was it, 7 months later they got a Zenkai? I don't know. That's exactly what would happen to this guy, pretty much. I mean, it would be a little bit shorter, I think, but this guy getting an equip and then a Zenkai like pretty soon after would be very similar to the tag Blue Goku and Vegeta. But yeah, it depends what the character is. I think there's a very high chance it could be like Blue Beast, depending on what we get. The tag 4s for sure on the table as well. Pretty exciting unit. This character is like suspiciously old for not being Zenkai'd. He's an anniversary character as well. This UI Goku, I'm actually not too sure. To me, this kind of feels like a Legends Fest Zenkai more than anything. And the reason why I said that is because Mastered UI is going to come out this anniversary. Like it would be very weird for them not to drop a Mastered UI here. So I don't know if they're going to Zenkai the old Mastered UI and then give us a new one. They usually don't do that, right? You look at like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the LF, Zenkai'd in January, and then we got the Ultra during the anniversary. In fact, let me like pull up all these the Zenkai characters. I can go through the list here, right? So like the super hype characters. First anniversary Super Vegito Zenkai during Legends Fest 2021 did not have another Super Vegito drop during that same celebration. Gogeta Blue Zenkai during, well, kind of during Legends Fest this year. Another Gogeta Blue did not drop during the celebration. This Vegito Blue Zenkai during the 4th anniversary, another Vegito Blue did not come out during this same celebration. Broly, same thing with Broly, right? We didn't get another DBS Broly. This is actually the last DBS Broly we ever got. Full power DBS Broly. It's time for another one of this character. UI Goku. When did this guy Zenkai? I believe it was the 5th anniversary, I believe. This guy Zenkai. Yeah, we didn't get another UI sign there. Like I said, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Zenkai in January, and then 5 months later we got the Ultra. But yeah, you can see there's a common trend here with like Anniversary and Legends Fest headlining Legends Limited characters getting Zenkai Awakenings. They usually don't give them Zenkai Awakenings at the same time where we get like a new version of the same character. So I don't know if they would do a Zenkai for this character and then also give us a new Mastered UI Goku in the same celebration. Doesn't really feel like it. But this guy's on the table. I think Tag 4s are on the table. Beast's on the table. This guy is on the table. I mean, I feel like this guy's much more likely to get one, honestly, than Mastered UI, just because it's not the same exact character as Mastered UI, who I feel is very highly likely going to get one. This guy potentially could get one, just because I feel like this is an important character in the history of the game. He came out as the first Legends Limited unit of 2022 in January. It was right after one of the most successful celebrations ever, Legends Fest 2021. I think he's one of the best aging, like this character and like Blue 17 are often compared to each other because of how well they aged. So maybe that guy could get one as well. But yeah, on the table for the 28th in terms of LF Zenkais if they want to push it during the same timing as we got last year. But that's really what I'm thinking here. It's, you know, again, I mentioned these predictions in the same way as we had them last year because that's the best way, I think, to lay out what is most likely. But it's always possible that they do things a bit differently because of the way that I think the days fall on the calendar this year, right? Again, we have just less reset days this month. The first day of the month ends up falling on a Thursday as opposed to falling on a Wednesday last year where they could just give us and spread out content more throughout the month. We only really have 2 reset days here before things start to get kicked off for the anniversary. So this actually this upcoming like 7th reset day is going to be pretty good content wise. The 14th, I don't know. I probably like unique equip / Zenkai day. And then social media teaser here, nothing here, maybe like an app update here, reveal here, release of the anniversary here, Zenkai free to play character here. That's really what I think we're looking at for May. So let me know down below what you guys think of May here. Typically, people do consider this, well, a lot of people consider this to be one of the most exciting months for Legends. It is, especially this year, right? I mean, we're getting literally like an overhaul of the entire game in May. So let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one.